This is my proof of life. I'm alive.
So pretty.
Thank you. Hi guys, hello and welcome. My woman behind the camera says I'm looking pretty. Okay, so I went for a meeting a couple of days ago, and sincerely, I'm going to say something. As much as I am pro woman supporting woman, I have to say the absolute truth. Sometimes woman on woman relationships can be draining. Like, you have to actively think, oh, what is this person's motives? Is this person really for me? Do I want to have this person to be my secret keeper? Oh, but I already have this. Let me wear this one.
I have to put on your glasses.
Let me wear it like this. My producer is very interested. Anyway, and then sometimes you have to be so careful what you say, what you do, how you react to certain things, so that they don't think it's because you've had experience with those things. Sometimes woman on woman relationships are draining. Let's just be sincere. And I was watching something on Instagram a couple of days ago, weeks ago, because I had this topic planned out, but life has been happening. So when I saw this video on Toke's page, it gave me the idea for this. Now, in that video, she was with Temisa, and they were discussing, and then she was like, not everybody has to be your friend. Not everybody you see and vibe with should be termed a friend. If possible, have like a mental folder where you classify the different people around you into different categories. Like, and it made a lot of sense. Of course, there are acquaintances,
See?
but not every acquaintance is.
I'll feel to take home.
It's not every acquaintance you're going to have a. Mama, please, could you excuse me?
Huh?
Could you stop talking? Thanks. It's not every acquaintance that you're going to have a distant relationship with, right? There are some that are going to be closer than others. And then those that you actually term your friends, you're going to have different levels of intimacy with them. Let me use that word. And I'm like, very broad topic. But I want to start by talking about the women around your husband, for we who are married. And then hopefully if the inspiration comes, I might also share my thoughts on the other aspects of your life. And then we'll talk about the women who are not your friends. Okay, so I have a list. I have my younger sister's phone with me. And number one on my list is those that work with or for your husband. Hi, Chacha.
Hi.
Do you want to say something?
Uh-huh.
Come on, say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I love you.
I love you.
Mwah. Okay, can you go now?
Okay.
Thank you. Bye, Chacha. My producer is finally off duty. Okay, so the first, those that work with or for your husband. See, especially if you know that finances are an issue in your marriage, because let's say the truth, not every bed is rosy. There are always some things or some things that we battle in our relationship. I won't say battle, but there's some circumstances we have to deal with in our relationship with our husband. And if you know your finances are one of them, stay away from women he works with or those that work for him. Because they'll be using your information to go and, curry favor in front of him. They might even be spies, unwilling or even willing spies. See, I have a lot to say about this, but I don't know if everything is going to come out in a way that is going to be appropriate. So I'm just going to say it. A woman who should remain an acquaintance and not your friend Any woman that has to work for your husband in a financial capability, like she is his employee or employer, or but you understand, Sha, be very, very careful. Now, it doesn't mean that you might not find true gems in these women. It just means you need to be careful, think twice, and watch even more before you develop and encourage a relationship. Another one I'd like to talk about, number 2 on my list, women that were friends with your husband before you came into the picture. Hey, me, I believe in having individual friends as a partner. Like, I have my friends, my husband have his friends, and then we have our mutual friends. It's normal. You are all individuals, irrespective of the fact that you're a couple and you share everything. There's no how your husband will not have friends from before your time with him. Sister, most of them are not your friends. Oh. Be civil with them. Be respectful of his relationship with them. Hopefully your husband knows his boundaries. As long as your husband knows his boundaries, you have no business butting into their relationship. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because that's a very pregnant topic too. Third, of the women you should know that are not your friends, your husband's friends' wives. Please, daughters of Zion, your husband has a clique of friends. Yes, it's good, it's healthy. Because after all, when you see four millionaires, the fifth one too is a millionaire, B. You also have to know that when you see 4 idiots, the fifth one is also what? An idiot. Okay. That being said, you see those clique of friends your husband have, then you and the wives now want to form friends. My sister, run no. Pillow talk is real. Except you are sure that this lady, after all said and done, is actually trustworthy, or she's mature enough and you guys can have a relationship outside of your husband. If not, mutual respect is what I want to encourage. Like I say, in all these categories I've mentioned, mutual respect. You must not be their friends. You can be good to them, respect them when necessary, but more importantly, and make your husband know his boundaries with these people. And then you what? Okay. It was not by force. Maybe you guys are going for joint vacations, you are sharing time together, which is not a problem, but just know that they are not necessarily your friends. Number 4, women that love your husband more than you. Hey, you see that Akara woman frying fries down the streets? I always give your husband Jara. She's not your friend though. Respect her and do what? Run. As you're running, let your leg be touching your head. Now your husband's office woman, office wife, office bestie. Auntie, she's not your friend though. Any woman that loves your husband more than you, run away. Hey, I don't know how to explain this one though, but you see this one. There's something to say. It's also Guinea. Also, can't just say that. You know they say it in my language. Be running like there is war. I didn't say don't respect them, but they are not your friends. Especially those that do not have any familial ties with him. Familial ties, that they are not his auntie, they are not his sister. Those ones that love your husband more than when they love you. My sister, stay away. Okay. Finally, on my list, this is probably the most controversial number of women that are not your friends in your husband's life. your in-laws, your female in-laws. 2 categories. His sisters, cousins, mom, those who are related to him by blood. Respect them, love them as you should, but be what? Wary. You might be lucky and have sisters-in-laws or mothers-in-laws or cousins-in-laws or aunties-in-laws. You might have those ones that are mature enough and love you and will stand by you. If you are in that category, you're obviously God's favorite. But if you are not child of God, daughter of Zion, they are not your friends. They're obviously not your enemies, but they are not your friends. It's not everything you say to them. It's not everything you do in front of them. You be very, very, very careful. You see why I say relationship with women is usually very strenuous. See why I say it? It's always strenuous. You're always thinking, what do I say that will not be misconstrued? What will I do that somebody will not go and report and sit down and talk? As in, have you ever been the odd one out in a group of women? I get the grief for that one. Hey, when you stand and go out like this, they will dissect your matter, everything you said, what you did, what you do. This is another band of women you have to be very careful with. Now, the second category I want to talk about are your co-wives. Your co-wives are not necessarily your what? Friends. Know this and know peace. If you are lucky and you find one that is maybe you are lucky. You know, some of us are God's favorites. Some of us are lucky to find those that are actually your heart sisters in this group of people. But it is always better to be what? Cautious. I've said my own. I didn't want my blog to be a Mebo blog. But you see this topic from personal experience. I say, make I tell me. Maybe they know things, because if you know something and you tell me and I learn from them, a good thing. If I know something and I tell you and I learn from them, a good thing. I speak the thing well. Shall you know what I'm saying? Anyway, don't forget to share this video, like, and of course, come back for more. I love you. I hope this video is nice. I don't want to shoot it again. I don't have time. The kids won't let me do these videos on time. But I'm going to be talking about my favorite K-drama and Indian series very soon. That's what I do with my extra time, my free time. I watch K-drama and Indian series.